Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us.
Hello and welcome to another insightful conversation with industry leader Mr. Satish Kumar Malhotra, Associate Director at Nagarro. Satish is a highly accomplished professional specializing in project management, agile coaching and engineering excellence. With over 18 years of hands-on experience, he has not only shaped agile transformation, but also driven project success through strategic leadership and a deep understanding of stakeholder needs. His journey spans diverse roles, including his significant tenure at ATCS, where he honed his skills in resource alignment and seamless project execution. Welcome to the Expert Interview Series, sir, and hope our viewers get to learn from your experiences.
So thank you very much, Pooja, for inviting me on this forum. And I'm looking forward to have this great interaction. And let's see if I could share some of my knowledge and experience, what I have done in my last almost 20 years of professional experience. And it can be helpful for few folks in, for shaping their knowledge or their career. So thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you so much, sir. So we begin with the first question. As we know that you started early on in the tech industry, so if you could share more about your journey, how you progressed from tech industry to project management and now, of course, Associate Director at Nagarro.
So actually, let me just start with my academics because I did my master's in computers. Okay. And after that, as rest of the world do, after finishing the, education, they try to get the job. So I also got the job in the software development field. Okay. And I have started career as a software developer in Microsoft technology, right? But, during course of working, I realized that not only the development, but also I'm passionate to, give the trainings to the people, right? So as I was working on the application development, I started giving the trainings of technology to, the people, students. And in this way, the trainer part got involved, right? So what happened, like in the entire tenure of my career, basically I was playing two parallel roles. One is that definitely the job which I have been given in my organizations, which was basically a software development, enhancing the technology, exploring the technology, right? And gradually, what happens? The software developer gets turned into senior software developer, and then he becomes a team lead. Then he becomes a project manager. Then he becomes a senior project manager. So my journey on that front was similar, right? So once I become a senior project manager, my more focus was handling the people, managing the teams, delivering the project, and on top of it, playing the role of coach and mentor, right? Which was basically my passion as well, right? Since beginning. So in this way, my, overall career got evolved. And during one of the tenure into ATCS, I got an opportunity to, handle the human resource segment, which was totally a different experience because I was having computers as my academics, then entire my life into technology. But the ATCS management trusted me, and then they have made me actually the head of HR. Okay. And almost for 3 years, and that time was basically COVID pandemic time. Okay. I served as a HR head and with almost 2,000 people organization. And that was a fantastic experience. Like that tenure had taught me on the people front, actually, the human values, because at that time, everyone was in the pain, right? And that was literally a great experience what I got. And then it happened to join the Nagarro, where I'm right now working. And I joined as a principal consultant. And there, my role was totally different. And I got the exposure of implementation of engineering excellence, right? Which is a very hot topic nowadays, and everyone is trying to, get the excellence in their respective projects or areas or wherever they are working, right? So, and still I'm doing that, and I'm just heading this engineering excellence department in Nagarro, right? So this is the overall journey with very ups and downs, a lot of experiences, sometimes good, sometimes bad, but every experience, everything has given me a lot of learning and knowledge, and that was fantastic actually. So this was my journey.
I think you've tasted all the flavors, back-end software development, meeting with people job HR, now principal consultant. So how was it? I mean, was it tough to handle, the HR profile?
See, actually, when I was dealing with customers in the technical project deliveries, right? So my focus was making sure that the 10 or 15 people of my team should be happy,
right,
and they should be delivering the best solution.
Okay.
And on the top of it, I also made sure that my customer is satisfied and happy, right? So that was the two major purposes of that projects, right? But as soon as I shifted myself into HR, then I realized that every single individual consider me his or her HR manager. Because if you are working in an organization and if I'm holding a position of HR manager, then I'm your HR manager. I am anybody else HR manager as well. So I'm HR manager of every single individual who is working in the organization. But as soon as I shifted myself into HR, I realized that every single individual in the organization is a project. So if there are 2,000 people, then I was basically heading a 2,000 projects. So jumping into HR basically made me a better person. That was the overall learning what I got.
It's more like an evolution. You tend to connect with each one, understanding each one's problem, and then giving solutions, which are, of course, each person has a different solution with a different problem to cater to.
Right. Absolutely right.
So, of course, that's one sector where you worked and learned, of course. But you have also experience and plenty of experience in managing complex projects. So what's your go-to strategy for ensuring that the project stays within the scope and as per the schedule?
So I realized, like, for every project success, majorly two things work very well. Number one is that transparency.
Okay.
Now, whether I am at a good state of my project or I am at a bad state, whether I am meeting my goals within the project or not, first of all, I should be very much transparent with my customers, right? My customers should know that, see, this is the situation as of now, right? And these are the reasons behind it. So as soon as this transparency happens in front of customer, you started getting trust of your customer.
Right.
Because now customer thinks that, yes, this is a genuine person, and whatever the situation is, he is telling us, right? And he's working hard to overcome all the situations and making it smooth and better for us.
Right.
So the trust factor automatically gets started, right? Established by the customer, between the customer and you. That is the first point. The second component, what I believe, is respect. Now you would say, why respect? Respecting not only your customer, because respecting customer is basically you are forced also, because customer is the God, he is giving you money. So anyways, you are going to do respect by default.
Right.
But the problem occurs when people forget that they are also having a team of juniors, team of some seniors, and sometimes you are a manager or boss or leader, right? And at that stage, if you leave the respect, you will see the things will not be smooth, right? Because whatever the situation is, good or bad, you as a leader can be only succeeded when you have a best team, right? If you don't have a team, don't think so that you can break the big stone on your own.
Right.
to break a big stone, it is important that you should have a good team. They should know that where to hit so that the stone will be broken in the pieces. So this is very important. So even though the situation is bad, and if you are in my team and you are coming in the morning, you are also tensed. I know that because project is in a bad state, right? Everyone knows this. So everyone is intense. Now, on the top of it, everyone is also having their own personal and family issues, right? Now, being a manager, I also have a personal issues. What I do, my project issue and personal issue becomes one, and I forget to respect the others. And this creates a very toxic culture and environment. And what happens if toxic culture is there, if there's a no trust among the teammates, if there's a no respect among the teammates, you will see the project success is definitely in doubt, right? So I always believe that if you are transparent and if you are respectful to your team, especially, then results will come. So this is my experience, which is try and test it. And I have just practiced this, and it had given me a lot of success in all sort of complex or simple or any type of projects.
It's wonderfully, you put down. We could learn all the technical skills. Even I have learned project management, PERT, CPM, scheduling, making that, okay, these many days are going to happen. But these social skills were never taught to us. It is what is important that you learn on the job, and that kind of respect builds up a strong team.
See, schedule will be automatically managed. Right. Cost will be automatically managed. Right? I'm telling you that. Things will be automatically managed. Your all per charts, Gantt charts, all the charts, all the tools, whatever you are talking, right? All the technology will be managed.
Correct.
But only when your team is managed in a beautiful way that they are ready to die, right? Obviously, we don't want, but that sort of relationship, if you could build, that is very important.
Thank you so much, sir. I think we've got the gist of it, that it is very important to take the team along, and that is more important. And having that transparency with the customer, with your team also is very important.
Yes, absolutely right.
Moving on to another question that comes up to our mind is that you've led Agile transformation in various roles. What are some of the biggest challenges you faced in getting teams to fully embrace Agile?
So Agile is a very big topic, to be frank, right? And what I have observed is that Agile is definitely a practice, but before that, it is a mindset, to be frank, right? People study its the various frameworks come into Agile, Scrum, Kanban, expert, many, right? So people learn that, people study that, people do the certifications, people do everything. They know all the rules and regulations, but when it comes on the implementation, again, I have observed that the fundamental concept of Agile is that no one is a boss. Okay. The whole team is responsible for the project success and project failure. Okay. Right? So you cannot point out, because there's no leader. There's a complete cross-functional team. Right. They all are working together, and then they will be delivering solution as a team, right? And this is an iterative approach. So if you will look at this entire model, right, the fundamental requirement is a personality change rather than the process change. Definitely, process change is a very important thing. We anyways going to do that. But before that, the personality needs to be changed. The traditional leaders, the bosses, the managers, they always feel that they are manager, right? In the team, if there's no manager, then there's a one senior and one junior. Then the senior thinks that we are senior, right? And what happens, this is the biggest challenge, that whenever you are trying to implement Agile, again, the transparency and respect becomes a very important factor, right? So you need, by maintaining the respect, you also need to make sure that you are aligned with your goals, right? Whatever you are planning for, let's say each sprint, whatever, if you are running a Scrum model, right, then definitely you will be planning for sprints. So whatever the duration you have for your sprints, what is the goal? The people should align with that. And then on top of it, they should have a respect to each other, because collectively they need to learn that they need to deliver. If something is not happening at your end and you are my teammate, right? So as a teammate, it is also my responsibility to show the empathy and come forward to help you.
Right.
And this is the challenge, because every individual is different. And bringing this trait, practicing this trait, and considering in my mindset that if I want leave today, and if someone is helping me, then it is also important that when she would be needing or he would be needing leave, I need to help. Right? Because this is a collaboration. Unfortunately, in the personalities, the major conflict what we have seen at the time of Agile transformation is, or Agile implementation, is that conflict and collaboration and egos come across. And people think that whatever I'm doing, I'm right. Right? So whenever we are doing the Agile implementation or Agile transformation in any of the projects, I make sure that apart from the process change, which is anyways required, but you should have this separate training on the soft skill part, which basically makes sure that people have a mindset of implementing Agile rather than just a process of implementing Agile. Because we have seen that if you are a coach or mentor, during the time when you will be working with the team as a coach or mentor to implement Agile, the things will go smooth. Right. But once you will say that, okay guys, now you are ready, I'm just leaving, I have given all the trainings, I have explained, I have demonstrated, and I have also worked with you guys for last 2 months. Now you all are trained in how to implement various ceremonies of Agile, various terminologies of Agile, various practices of Agile, right? Now you all know I'm leaving, thank you very much, after 3 months. And once you will come back after 2 months, once you leave, you will see that they are doing the same thing again. There's no change. You will see that what happened with my transformation if you will not change the soft skill part. So just by changing the process is not going to help. You need to change the soft skill part, the personalities of people, so that the transformation will remain for a long or for permanent. Right? This was the observations.
I think you pointed out, and I think my takeaways from this is process change is easy, but personality change is what is more important.
Obviously,
and having that change mindset is also equally important. It's difficult to have people, because they're born with this psychology, with the mindset, with that kind of behavioral traits. But it's very important to have that kind of training, that to absorb change, to blend in.
Yes.
So as we speak of change, there is of course the technology is coming up. There are so many things that continuously with transformation, change is required. So how do you foster a culture of continuous improvement within your teams?
We are 20,000 people around in our company, and we're having thousands of projects, right? So thousands of engineers are working. Whenever we talk about achieving the excellence, so we always say that nobody can achieve excellence, right? You cannot achieve excellence in your whole life. This is simple a journey. You should have this mindset of continuous improvement. So when I'm saying continuous improvement, that means a hunger of achieving the excellence.
Right.
and which itself says that wherever you are, right, from there, you need to just improve a little bit. Once you achieve that, then from there, again, you need to improve a little bit. And this little bit, small increments of improvement will basically lead you a bigger improvement over a period of time. Right? So now the question is that how to foster it, because this is important. So for that, definitely you need to have some strategy, some system, right? Like for example, if I want to make sure that you as an individual should upskill yourself every time. You should keep on upskilling your time, every time, right? So that you can improve, okay? And I just want to make sure, because you are my teammate, you are working in my team, let's say as a leader, I will make sure that you should keep on growing and learning, right? This is first of all my thought, that I want that my team should have always a continuous improvement. So for that, what will I do? What will I do? Because I need to embrace it, right? So I'll sit with you. I'll do a one-on-one meeting. And I will see that what are your aspirations of your life, right? I'll ask that, okay, fine, Pooja, tell me after 4 years or after 5 years, right? What is your goal? What is your plan? How are you thinking to grow? Today you are at this level. What do you think in the next 2 or 3 years? Where would you like to go? Right? And then while discussing, I'll planning that these are the 10 steps. If you will do, then there's a very high probability that you will be getting your aspirations wherever you want to go. Right? And as soon as I will convince you by these 4 or 5 or 10 points or steps, and your why is clear that yes, Satish, you are right. If I'll do these 10 things, I'm pretty sure that I will become, let's say, director, right, in my organization. Let's do it. And then I'll say that, okay, fine, great. So we will not do in 1 month. We will do in 1 year. Okay. So let me do one thing. Let me track your progress. I'll just open Excel. I'll create a format. Okay, this is the one program. It requires, let's say, 100 hours of learning. Okay. So let's do one thing. Every day you will just learn 1 hour. And keep it marking here on the daily basis. This is the shared Excel between you and me. Okay. Right? What happened? After 3 months, you'll be finishing one program. After another 3 months, you'll be finishing another program. After 1 year, you'll be finishing all 5. And now you are ready to become a director. So what I did, I just fostered continuous improvement. So as a leader, it is very important that you should have that connect with your people, right? And then you make sure that your growth should be mapped with their aspirations. And as soon as you do this, my why and your why become common to grow. Because my why is that I want to grow my organization. Your why is that you want to grow yourself. Right? And when your growth becomes my growth, then you will see that you will grow. Look at all the big organizations. How they are, keep on upskilling their people. Nowadays, people are talking about artificial intelligence, machine learning. Right. How it is happening actually. We all are learning, right? Unless you will not learn artificial intelligence, you will not do the program, you will not upskill yourself. And if you will not upskill yourself, if you are working in my organization cannot claim that I have experts who know artificial intelligence, right? And then I will definitely suffer in the business.
Because then you don't upskill people around you.
Obviously.
Right. I think just we need one person who can guide you, mentor you to grow. That's what is more important.
See, actually, if you will leave people that, okay, do your learning on your own, do your improvements on your own, nothing will happen.
Right.
You need a systematic structure or systematic framework or systematic process or approach, right? Where there is somebody who is making sure that the other person is really continuously improving. So this is my learning and approach, which I generally follow and practice also.
It's phenomenal to have that one-on-one sessions and understanding the requirement and pushing them to make it happen is what is.
Here people also claim that, yeah, this is good to say one-on-one, but I'm having 100 people in my team. How can I do one-on-one? People create this excuse also that if I have 100 people, how will I do? What do you want? 30 minutes each person?
Right.
So in a month, you want 100 into 30? 3,000 hours? 3,000 hours? Right? So I don't have 3,000 hours in a month to do the one-on-one with 100 people. Then my take on that is basically, anyways, if all the 100 people are reporting to you, then there's another bigger problem which you need to solve. To be frank. Right?
Yeah.
There should be a hierarchy or a system where all the 100 people will not report to you.
You need to have
right?
some levels.
Obviously, there will be some level, or there will be some other people who will be getting that responsibility of making sure that the other teammates or the junior teammates should improve. So that will be the way
to move forward, I think. Yes, very well said. Of course, we've been talking about skills, upskilling, continuous improvement. Yes. So beyond technical skills, of course, soft skills are essential for developing and building strong agile teams. So how do you cultivate them? How do you build those soft skills within your team?
I have seen in various colleges and universities because and why I'm stating this, because I was a very active part of various universities and colleges where I used to go, and still I go for various lectures and delivering the sessions, right? So I'm very closely connected with such academic institutions as well, because teaching is one of my passions, right? So I have seen that for the many years, even I was always looking at, since my childhood, I've seen that people are giving training of speaking English language, right? As a soft skill, as a communication, right? So whenever in India, especially, we say that you need to improve your communication skills, the people say that basically I'm telling that you need to improve your English.
Right, you should be well versed.
This is a myth, but unfortunately, this is what people say, especially in India, right? Okay. But for many years, we are delivering this English spoken communication model as a classroom teaching, where one person comes, he teaches English, give all the rules and grammars, and go, right? And you see that if 100 students were sitting in the class, then 10 are end of the day or end of the year, 10 people are only able to speak English. The rest, all 90 are not able to do that. And I have seen that the soft skills can be only taught when you practice, right? So as a leader, it is important that what sort of culture I'm implementing within my team, right? So when I'm talking to my team, I'm making sure that everyone should get chance to speak, right? Everyone should feel that they are heard. So first of all, this is a very fundamental thing, right? To enhance the soft skill of the people. Okay. Because unless you will not open up, if you will not express your emotions in whatever the language you know, right? You will not able to develop the soft skill part, right? Soft skill part is, again, respecting people, listening people carefully, right? Showing empathy towards them, right? Making sure that they are heard, right? And giving them an opportunity to express their emotions. These are the 5 or 6 components what you can see is basically a soft skill. And this can be only taught when you will be demonstrating it. So when you will be practicing in your team, you will see that your juniors will learn the same thing. And when they'll grow, they will practice the same thing further. Right? So I always believe that you should act by setting up as an example. So do things by setting up an example, and you will see that it will be automatically spread. So that is my funda.
I think you've very beautifully said that, okay, soft skills is not just about, communicating well, presenting well. It's more about listening and being heard. That's what is more important, because we see people don't listen much. We have a lot of speakers, but not listeners.
Yes.
So we've been talking about evolution, technological changes, and with the upcoming of artificial intelligence and machine learning, there are so many technologies that have come up. How do you stay updated?
The fact is that you don't have any option. This is the bitter fact. If you will not maintain your skills, or if you will not keep on updating yourself, the other word of not updating yourself is basically outdating. Right? So you will be outdated. And if you will be outdated, that means you will be out. Right? This is very simple. And this is the fear also. So I believe that everyone should have this fear that, listen, if you will not upskill yourself, you will be outdated. And if you have this fear, I'm telling you that every day you will get 30 minutes to study something. So I always believe that nothing is permanent, and you see the changes are not only happening in the exterior world, but also in the interior world of your body. Right? You are aging over a period of time, and if you not understand this, which is happening on the daily basis, on the moment to moment, right? You will not learn. It is important that you should understand this, that nothing is constant. Number two, if you will not upskill yourself, you will be outdated, right? And number three, to be relevant, it is important that you keep on learning. So what I do, I basically read. Sometimes when I don't like reading, then I watch videos, right? But my best way of learning is neither reading nor watching videos, but also I just observe people. So when I want to learn something, I make sure that I get somebody who is doing that thing.
Okay.
Perhaps, and everyone is having a different way of learning, to be frank, right? You might be liking a lot of reading of various books. Somebody would be liking, watching videos. Somebody will be doing something else. Whatever. But I love to listen to conversations and just try to get the extract out of it and just make my notes in my brain, right? So, but I keep on learning. This is important. I enroll myself in various courses. It's online, offline. I make sure that I do a lot of certification, right? And I also make sure that I keep on teaching.
I think adult learning is different from when you, of course, child learning, and get experiences from different people, and those experiences, those learning are very different.
Yes.
We move to the last question, and the most important one. What's the most valuable piece of advice you'd like to give to newcomers and even working professionals who want to build their career in Agile and begin their journey in project management?
There's no guarantee that if something worked for me, will also work for others. This is the problem that we blindly start following. We read one book and we think that whatever the writer is saying, that the same way is going to happen in my life. Right. Because writer is writing with his experiences of life, what he got, right? That worked well in his life. Yes, you learn from their experiences, and then you tweak your experiences and your feelings, but there's no guarantee that everything happened in my way of life will also work for your way of life, right? But few things which are quite common, and I believe that everyone should follow. One is that if anybody is entering into the world of agile or project management, the one important thing is that a continuous improvement or learning, right? So the person needs to keep on learning and reading all the stuff which is happening in this space of project management or agile, right? That is the first point, right? So either you are a fresher or experienced. First of all, you need to have always this mindset that you need to keep on reading or learning, right? That is the first fundamental thing. And the second important thing, which I always give a lot of stress, is empathy and respect to people. That is something which is very, 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 very important. Because in the artificial intelligence world, I'm telling you that you can get everything on your fingertips, all the knowledge, everything. But I believe that you will not expect, or I believe you should not expect the empathy and respect from machines. That feeling, though people are working on the emotions and feelings as well, and they are trying to embed that feeling and emotion in the robots. But I believe that this is something which is unique in human, and only this is the sensitivity makes the human is human. Otherwise, it is like other animals, right? And perhaps achieving that will be critical. So, if any existing project manager or agile expert or upcoming new people, these two things, the people empathy and respect and a continuous learning, if they just focus on these things, I believe that they will be having a great career.
I think very well said that technical skills and personal skills, both are important. You need to blend and then move forward. That's going to take you. Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed a pleasure. I have taken my share of learning from you, and hopefully the viewers who are going to watch it, they will learn, embrace what you have shared your knowledge, and it will really help a lot of people who are going to watch this.
Thank you very much. It was really wonderful session, and I really enjoyed and loved. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And have a great day.
Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us.